For today's Cyber CEO episode,
marketing, listings, buyer and seller transactions, command, commission, stuff like that is right now what she's doing. She just kind of puts her head down and finds for me and does it. And that's something that I felt like I'd never had before. So she kind of does a lot of things right now. She's definitely a problem solver. I mean, she's always done a great job, and it allows me to work at a good speed and not have to be there to answer every question, which is great.
Welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Okay, another awesome week here at Cyberbacker. My name is Jello. We're back with another episode of Cyber CEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show right now. Zach, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Yes, I'm doing wonderful. Thank you very much for asking and for giving us your time. I know you have a lot of things to do. Now, to start things off, to let you know, we have a lot of listeners who are business owners just like yourself. So I need your help. Can you introduce yourself to our audience? Maybe let's start with, what's your role in the business, Zach?
Yeah, my name is Zach Davis. I've been licensed as a realtor for 7 years, and I had a team for 4 years with a couple other business partners, led that up, and actually just recently transitioned out of that into a new role of kind of having my own team. And so I guess my role in that team is CEO. We have 2 other agents right now in a Cyberbacker. So, but right now we're grinding and we're working on things, and that's kind of a little bit about me. I've kind of done everything in the business as far as listings, buyers, team leader, expansion, and now kind of venturing out, doing our own thing. So yeah, that's kind of a brief summary of me.
So throughout the years, had a lot of roles, had a lot of hats to wear.
Definitely. And now I feel like I've settled into where I'm wearing a certain hat and can settle and go that route. But I've definitely done a lot of things in the business in a shorter amount of time, I guess you can say.
All right. Now, how about virtual leverage though? Is this your first time working with someone virtual?
Actually, yes, it is. It is.
First go.
In the past, we had 2 or 3 admins on our team that were in-house. And so venturing out and doing my own thing, I wanted to have something more like this that can provide sort of just I guess provide the needs that I had in the meantime while I was building a business. And so, yeah, no, it's my first virtual experience, and it's been a great experience so far.
All right, that's good to know that you had a great experience so far with Cyberbacker. Now, talking more about that experience, was it a big change for you? A big shift, I mean, because before the pandemic, I think almost all of us were used to working with people that we can meet. Now, everything's going a bit more virtual. So again, was it a big transition for you at your business?
Definitely. I mean, it's been a big transition. I mean, I came from a team, we had 3 admins, and I had transitioned off ownership and gone out on my own and learned a lot through that process on what I would want and what I wouldn't want. And connecting with Cyberbacker has definitely been a big change. Yeah, going to virtual has been in a lot of areas. It's been a really good change, and kind of changed my perspective on virtual world as far as being able to communicate and being able to have a relationship with the person that you're working with in a way that builds your business forward. It's been great. It's been great, but it definitely was a big change. I mean, I'm definitely a very face-to-face communicate. Love to have people right there in front of me. So it's been a good change.
So though, nice hearing that everything's going smoothly with your transition, with your Cyberbacker, of course. Now, how did you find out about Cyberbacker in the first place? Did you see us online, Facebook, or did someone tell you about us?
Being at Keller Williams, I think we hear about it often, but by one of my friends, Terry Grunow actually had I think taken over this area or something when it came to marketing or the business, or had been more involved in Cyberbacker. And so that was somebody that I reached out to ask questions about it. And he had connected me with you guys from there. So Terry is definitely a big encourager of that.
All right. So somewhat of a referral then. Now,
yep. Yep.
talking more about your experience, before you got to work with your Cyberbacker, you went through our hiring process. So how did that go? How did that process go for you?
Process was good. It was efficient. It was fast. It was somewhat. I don't want to say it was somewhat easy, but it was somewhat of a smooth process. And I would say it was definitely clear and concise, and it gave me the ability to pick from a pretty wide selection of different personalities and different types, and could let Cyberbacker know, hey, this is what I'm looking for. Like, for example, I wanted somebody that could keep up with me and could move at a fast pace and have speed. And the person that I found, that was definitely one thing that she had. So they did a good job of getting me a pool of people that were in tune with what I wanted.
All right, that's good to know. Now, talking more about your Cyberbacker and just going through that hiring process, how did you know that she was the perfect fit for what you needed for your business, Zach?
Yeah, I mean, I've been through, like I said, I've done everything. Yeah. I've done a lot in the business, and I've had admins, and I've had people, and I've worked with people, and I also had a clear picture of what I wanted. And I knew what jived well with me, but definitely a couple of things with my Cyberbacker is I knew that she was adaptable and I could tell that she could work at a fast pace. And that I could tell that that didn't bother her. She could, have a lot on her plate and not begin to grow weary about or complain, or, she's definitely a problem solver. And then kind of what sealed it for me was, when I was talking with her, she seemed like a really honest person. Somebody that really had a humble perspective on life. And so that being able to have speed and being able to be humble, and be a real person, those are two things that I valued for sure.
All right. That's good to know that you found the perfect match in your Cyberbacker. Now, what are the tasks then that you leverage off to her every day?
That's a good question. That was definitely a big challenge. Was just I came out of, I had a team, and we had systems and everything, processes, and so I kind of was in a place where I didn't really have that necessarily in place yet. So I had to create a lot of things. But right now, I have myself, and I have an agent in Spokane and another one in Washington. As far as tasks, we do a lot of, I do definitely transaction help, as far as doing listings. Right now she inputs listing information for us, gets our listing paperwork ready, and makes that process easy. Enters in data to the MLS for us so that we can push listings live onto the MLS. And she does that in all three. We have 3 different MLSs that she had to learn, which is really impressive. So she does a good job of that. She does a lot of marketing. So like any open houses, new listings, something that she did that I've been wanting for a while was put together an email list of 500 agents in my market. And we're able to email when we have new listings, just, price adjustment, stuff like that. So there's things like that where she just kind of puts her head down and finds for me and does it. And that's something that I felt like I'd never had before. So marketing, listings, buyer and seller transactions, command, that commission, stuff like that is right now what she's doing. And she's kind of building out systems in the background. Like if we need a document put together for team purposes, she'll put that together and do that. So she kind of does a lot of things right now.
So basically she almost has her hands in everything then. Almost.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And more that she does, and the more I give her, the more I feel comfortable with that. I mean, she's always done a great job, and it allows me to work at a good speed and not have to be there to answer every question. She seems really adaptable, and there's other people in place she can ask questions to as well, which is great.
There we go. Now, how long have you been working with her? But I forgot to ask.
Yeah, I think it's been 2 months now.
2 months into the partnership.
About 2 months, yep.
Fairly new partnership.
Yeah.
My next question is because I know for sure that some of our listeners might have a difficult time transitioning into the virtual world. So my next question is, do you have any tips that you can share with them on how to create a strong partnership, again, with someone who's virtual?
Yeah, it definitely is different not having somebody face-to-face that you can kind of get all your stuff out to.
True.
I would say I've learned there's a benefit to that where it keeps me accountable and having to either wake up early, get together my email list, or make sure I'm emailing her the night before everything that I need. Where instead in the past, the communication face-to-face sort of held us back a little bit. Yeah, I guess that would be my tip is definitely give yourself permission to give over as much as you want. And make sure you take the time to make that clear build out the system as far as communicating clearly to the cyberbacker what you want. And if you could just slow down enough as a leader, as a business person, if you could slow down just enough to make that process easy up front, it will really help you speed up in the future. So taking time, I got up really early in the beginning, created a 30-day, 60-day training guide, just kind of everything. That's kind of what I did for about a month and a half, where now we kind of work a little bit more of that cohesiveness, and she kind of knows what she's doing already. So, and I would say just like any just like any admin leader business relationship, definitely trust giving her the ability to create things, to make things, to have input. Trust that I try to do that, where she'll go create things for me. I'm not trying to control everything, what it looks like and all that. And she does a great job and has great ideas. So definitely view that as a real partnership, not just somebody that's far away and just doing the dirty work for you. It's a real partnership.
There we go. So really trying to get them into the partnership, just like making them feel a part of the team, also building on that partnership and investing in your cyberbacker. Because you mentioned this earlier, you really gave your time during the start of the partnership just to make sure that after maybe a month or two, when everything would be quick, as what you mentioned, right?
Yep. I had to slow down, which is tough, but I would definitely give that advice to anybody.
All right. Now, one last question for you, Zach, and I know for sure your cyberbacker is going to be able to watch this once we have this online. So we'd like to know, what do you like most about your cyberbacker? What's the first thing that comes to mind when we talk about her?
Oh man, definitely positive, and seems like she has just a great moral compass, and she seems just like she's a great person in general. So that's what comes to mind, is just positive, forward thinking, forward looking, and solution oriented.
Now, we are very, very excited to see where this partnership grows to for the next couple of months. And again, Zach, thank you very much for dropping by. I had fun talking to you today.
Yeah, thanks so much. Appreciate it, and have a great day as well.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of CyberCEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.